Good evening, everyone. It's time for more writing. Actually, it's not even time for more writing. It's actually just time to write because I've not been writing anything for a really long time. So, actually, that's also a lie. I have been writing, but I have not been writing on stream. I mean, to be fair, if you're a writer, you wouldn't want to write in front of people, right? But honestly, I just do it because I thought it'd be fun. Anyway, good evening everyone, and I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys are having fun. It is now Wednesday, and I'm slightly tired because my sister just bought Battlefield 6 and we played it together. It was really fun. I'm glad that she's opening up, and I'm glad she's trying out new stuff, which is good. Alright, so, let me just quickly open up my chat screen so you guys can see what I'm up to. I'm gonna speak slightly softer today because I am, in my writing mode. It's kind of like work mode, except good morning, Kaiser. What do you mean good morning? You just freaking wake up, dog. You just freaking wake up. My God. Anyway, today we're gonna be continuing our. Okay, so for those of you not unaware, before I start discussing what short story we're doing today, am I just really short? I feel like I'm matching like what's in my chair. I'm like endlessly quite short. Oh man, yeah, I'm just really tiny nowadays, huh? Am I? Anyway, right. As I was saying, if before I get into actually writing the story, I do want to discuss a little bit about what this story is all about. Basically, for the longest time, I've always wanted to have a short story anthology exploring Dylus as a character. Like I said, I made a Twitter post about it, but I blended in things I wanted to put in a fictional universe for a really long time, and I also blended in things. Oh yeah, by the way, no, I blended in things that are truthful about me in real life, and I'm blending this together into this fictional world where I am just Stylus and whatnot. Of course, this takes parts from my real life, and I thought, you know what? Because I'm a video trying to stand out with like a really long lore that most people don't really go into, why don't I just write a bunch of short stories and write a bunch of short stories and have people read them. Obviously, I tried to finish this a few years ago, but I have never. If you know my solo work, I have a lot of work on hand. I'm also lazy. I'm also a procrastinator. So a lot of times I'll just be staring at like my drafts and I'll just have no idea what the hell am I supposed to write. So more often than not, I'm stuck in a rut where I feel like I can't write anything, so I just ignore my writing until it's too late, and then yeah. Well, just a creative. Okay, by the way, I'm just changing my mug a little bit because I like the stupid food that I got the other time. But anyway, Five Shots, the short story collection that we're doing today, is the result of me figuring out, okay, I'm pretty sure I can make a bunch of short stories about my character's life, and so far I have managed to complete roughly 3 stories already. Oh well, I feel like I've completed 3 stories. One of it is All in Water, which is a story between me and my partner in crime, who is a psychic yakuza, who now I will say is wearing a cowboy hat. The second one is The Endlings, which it is done, but the way it floundered between like different areas made me realize, oh yeah, this story needs a lot of work. Like the core concepts is there, but I really feel like it would benefit from having no action at all. So I'm gonna take a look at it for like rewriting. I have the basis, so I don't have to erase everything. And the story I'm working on right now is called Antiophobia, which is a story about Stylus and his father, Junshi, who is a big hunking man. Now I will show you him as soon as we get into the screen. But first of all, how are you all doing? As for myself, I think I'm doing pretty well. I think what's it called? I'm doing pretty well, and how you say it already? I'm doing pretty well, and I am just relaxing for today. And I managed to finish up 1 class of marking already so far. So what is it called already? I finished up marking for 1 class. Of course, there were 2 A's, 1 B, 1 C, and the rest all just. But I don't feel too bad because the kids will definitely what's it called already? The kids will definitely what's it called, improve when they get to year 10. So you know what? That's okay. That's alright. And I'm happy that I feel like I've been getting a lot more how do you say it already? I feel like I've been getting a lot more how do you say it already? I feel like I've been getting a little more confident nowadays because I'm hanging around a lot of people. I'm going on Twitter and talking to other people. Of course, not as confident as not as confident as others. I feel like this is as confident as I've been. So yeah. Also, by the way, if you're confused about the writing stream, this doubles as like a chill stream and a just talking stream. In fact, it's just a work stream. It's a work stream, but I'm just taking advantage of the fact that I do writing because not a whole lot of VTubers do that, and I feel like, hey, Dylus, hello, Zacchaeus, welcome to the stream, hello, hello. I'm taking advantage of the fact that not a lot of people would stream writing, and I want to make it my niche. But right now, my acquaintance said before, it seems like gaming is your niche, and I want to change that because gaming should be something I do on the side, but the primary thing that I want people to get invested into is the stories that I write. And unfortunately, I do not make enough output to really justify that whole kind of status, you know that? But it's okay. We're gonna start writing, and as usual, as you can see here, there you go. I have managed to complete it. Okay, so Antiophobia, what is it all about, and how many words have I made so far? Let me just quickly get some music going on here because I want to ensure that everyone has a nice everyone has a nice time on the stream so far. So what is Antiophobia? Oh my lord, the music is so loud. Ouch. Okay, that hurt my ears. Hello, party bunnies? Oh, party bunnies. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, how do I say this already? Welcome, hello. What was I gonna say? Antiophobia is a story based on, well, it's based on a couple of different things, and it's based on primarily on my real life experiences with my own family. I have a father who made my original model, by the way, and he's a nice man. But even as a man, all of us are humans, and it's kind of flawed. So I thought of a story where Stylus, as a young boy, had issues trying to communicate with his father, and I kind of implemented into this recently by having him have a moment where he keeps thinking he's in trouble, which is something I actually have in real life. Every time someone confronts me, I feel like I'm always in trouble. I'm like, okay, is there anything I can help out with? And sometimes I feel like I have to measure my self-worth against others by doing things that I think are pretty crazy without having to put into effect what I feel like would be good for my mental health. So this one is a story about a father and a son, a father who wants his son to be ready for the world outside, but doesn't really take into account whether it's the right path for him. Something that me and my actual dad had, and I wanted to inject a lot of the wasteland stuff. So it's not like a non-action story. This is an action story, firmly action story. And Dallas here is 14 years old. 15, 14. I don't know how old he is in exact, but I feel like 14, 15 is like the best range because I was doing research on someone called Sampieri Corso, who is a Corsican soldier that became a condottiero mercenary at the age of 14. So I thought this was a bit interesting to note because this actually gave me more materials to be a little bit more free with my idea. I thought child soldiers were a thing historically. I thought they were just mostly a result of roughly 1800, 1900, early 2000s like exploitation, but no, it just happened back then. It's just that our standards right now ban child soldiers quite clearly, but back then it's like anyone who can raise a pitchfork and stab a guy, yeah, you're hired for the town militia. And you know what? That fits perfectly because the dialogue that Stylus has in this one is not so eloquent. It is stunted, unique, but it's not Corsicans be wild. It's also where Napoleon came from. Is it where Napoleon came from? Condottiero mercenary, father of Alphonse de Ornault. Was he actually Corsican? Hold on, let me check Corsican. Is he Corsican? Corsican is a Romance language of the Italo-Romance group on the Mediterranean island of Corsica. Was there actually someone? Let me check Napoleon. Oh, he was a native Corsican too. You're right. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think it would fit that I would draw inspiration from a Corsican, considering that Douglas does end up becoming some sort of a military maverick. Not genius. He's a maverick, and he's rather well trained. But other than that, I didn't really take a look into Sampiero's life because Stylus already has a pretty established childhood and history, so we're gonna work with that. So far, we've got chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and chapter 4. Chapter 4 is just started, and we're going to start from here. But so far, I feel like it's been pretty consistent. And if you're curious about how much I've been working on this story, let's take a look at chapter 3. And I'm going to take one of my friend's advice, and I'm going to I'm gonna take one of my friends' advice, and I'm going to start really working on Start really working on longer stories. As you can see here, the text for this story is already 11k words. Compare this with All in Water. All in Water is 17k words. Obviously, I feel like I can go back and change that, but I don't feel like All in Water should be changed. I think it's perfect the way it is, or at least it's good enough. It's good enough, and it's, you know, a good introduction to Stylus as an action mercenary. The endings obviously is in depth for retooling because I feel like it wasn't a good story per se, and the Long Night is going to be changed up a little bit because I want it to be more horror based and more psychological. Think of the difference between Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, like the two movies, right? I want this to be a genre shift straight into horror and emphasize more on the monstrous aspects of Stylus. Antiophobia is just the boy's first taste of blood and a father just realizing, oh shit, I kind of went out my depth here. And for those of you who are not familiar with my lore, I do actually have what's it called already? I do actually have several images for everybody to take a look here. If you're not familiar with my lore, I do have a picture of my father, and this was done by an artist named Harold. He's a very nice fellow. I believe I credited him on Twitter. Give me a moment while I search through my picture. But other than that, welcome to the stream, Dark Star. Sorry it took me so long to finally address you. How is everyone doing so far? I know everyone's just waiting for me to like start writing, but hold on first. I need to show you what I meant by like what my father was, what my father is. So basically, if you can think of like Doom Guy, this guy is basically Doom Guy Light. Okay, there you go. All right, so this is Junshi. He's supposed to be my design inspiration behind him was a Destiny character. But I think it's safe to say that he's more of a sane, level-headed version of Doomslayer instinct, considering how armored he is. And funnily enough, I actually looked at the design a little bit more and realized I've unintentionally just created Doomslayer from the Dark Ages, and the axe also kind of fits. It's a rough sketch, but I think it's good for what I want to communicate. He's a very flawed character. Like, all my characters are flawed. Dinner consists of runny eggs, warm rice, and cheese stuff, and Stylus, Laura, and Bliss. Oh, thank you very much. But yes, this is my father. He's basically a Doomslayer in Malaysia. His family emblem is an elephant to symbolize wisdom, but also stubbornness, because elephants can be quite nasty. And the fact that he is wise doesn't hide the fact that he's very temperamental and stubborn, because being wise doesn't mean you're agreeable, and sometimes you feel like the wisest thing to do is actually not the wisest thing because you don't take into account what actually happens around certain aspects. So it is something that actually does belong to my actual father, where I would tend to get into disagreements with him, even though when I have points and I want to talk, he would sometimes override me and then keep talking about it in his own wisdom. It's not a bad, it is okay, I'm gonna admit it. It is a bad thing, but it is not something that I blame him about because he's old and he knows a lot of the world. So obviously he's trying to help me, but the way he goes about helping me is sometimes I feel like it's counterproductive. I talked to him about this, and I don't think he'll mind if I bring it up here and there. It's not something that you should go out and say, "Oh, Stylus' father sounds kind of terrible." No, this is just how parents are. True bliss indeed. Stylus Lord and nice man life. Life is worth living. Oh god, Sam, so could you make it yourself? The ad held out by twist trunk receipt. No, it's by an artist named Harold. Let me see if I can point out where Harold is. Yes, hold on. Harold Pendragon, Daylight Savior. There you go. This is the artist. There you go. This is the artist. This guy drew me for my this guy drew what's it called? This guy drew my father, and he was pretty good. I really like him, and I'm probably gonna go back to him for more armored figures. So he drew a rough sketch, and by the way, the axe holding up the helmet, it really does make a lot of sense, and it also thematically applies because elephants in this particular timeline don't exist anymore. They're all extinct. There are big creatures similar to elephants, but there are no elephants left. So this image is like a long-standing tradition. It's like a family emblem. Of course, Stylus himself just goes a different path because he's not actually part of the family, so he went for a crocodile instead. And if you know anything about what I've discussed, yeah, he doesn't have long to live. He has roughly maybe 10 plus years before he bites it. Yeah, then after that, all things go to hell. But yeah, it's good. I like it, and I really enjoy how much Harrow did so much work, especially the emblem work and made that father. And also, yes, by the way, if you're taking a look at the axe is a pal bunker or a harpoon gun that can fire a highly explosive saber or a harpoon that just blows shit up. Yeah, he's firmly a monster hunter. I'm look forward to try and commission more people to draw him because I like the way that he looks, and I definitely will think it plays into that whole idea that okay, there's a side idea to this story that I have when I'm writing it. It's more on how do you say, Erdi? When I wrote the story, I actually had more of an idea of weighty expectations because obviously if you're Asian, you know something about like. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the small chat box. I feel like it's not good enough. Axe looks like something like Ruby, but more practical than Ruby. Ah, yeah, there you go. You hit the nail on the head because if you notice, my stories are somewhat inspired by Ruby. Did you know that I tried to write Ruby fanfiction? Do you know that it was a Yumi ship thing? Because I really like the character of Vaishni, and I tried to self-ship myself with her. She's very cute, and she has influenced my interest in ladies. But I didn't really watch. I was a LARPer. I didn't really watch Ruby all that much because I was not too keen on the animation. It felt really actiony, but it also felt like very indie, so I couldn't really buy into it compared to like normal cartoon shows. So I never watched it, and I couldn't really get into the storyline. Like it was intriguing, but I couldn't get into the storyline. But then after volume 3, I just stopped watching it because I heard it got so bad after Pyrrha's death. Okay, it's been many years. Okay, I can spoil the show as much as I like. Long story short, I like the aesthetics, I like the lore of Ruby, but I don't like how the story played out and how it became a disjointed mess. Like, it did increase in visuals and everyone aged up, but at the same time, it's just like, I don't really like this. So, I tried to make a Yumi ship. I tried to improve on the lore by adding in a random-ass country that was, like, vaguely Soviet Union, Russia inspired, and we're basically descendants of a starship that traveled through a wormhole. And then you can actually start seeing that a lot of elements from that Yumi ship actually worked into the Hollow Peninsula lore. The focus, what's it called? My father having an axe is actually taken from one of the teammates of that story's protagonist, who actually had an axe and was based off Ramona Flowers. So there you go. So a lot of things from this story, from that story, carried on to this original story, which I feel like it had a lot more room to go. So, excuse me, I'm gonna actually start writing right now. Okay, so just for context, this takes place after a long conversation with a hidden antagonist, and right now I'm gonna skip ahead 6 hours to clear up the site and whatnot. Okay, no machinery. So it will be a little bit hard to read, but please let me know if it gets too hard to read so that okay, sorry, my bad. If it gets a little too hard, any chance your Ruby Yumi shit is still take around? It never finished. I never finished it. And I didn't even get to the self-shipping part because I was so self-conscious I would not be caught dead writing a ship between myself and Vaishni. Now if you ask me about ponies, I somehow managed to do that, but that wasn't a Yumi ship, that was just two different characters interacting with each other. I have a very strange history with fanfiction. I never finished my work. In fact, I wrote fanfiction for stuff I never watched. It was not good. I don't think the Yumi shit was good. I never finished it. I thought it was a good idea, but then I just thought I stopped and like, oh god, this is cringy. So I started working on my original stuff, somewhat. Okay, but anyway, we're gonna start here. I feel like I work better with original stories. Original stories is where I try. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. No machinery. Baron was the site. True. Completely vacant, no machinery. Not even a, what's it called? Not even a lost art had left behind. Okay. Only rubbish. Only rubbish. Only rubbish and random rubbish and piles of unprocessed. Okay, so I also like to point out that for this story I did create like a small little lore drop for this one where I did talk about the town itself. I feel like this one is actually pretty good. I showed this to my writer friends. They said it flowed pretty well. Because it was an exposition drop, but it didn't feel like I don't think it felt like a super long exposition drop. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then after that it moves on to the story very quickly. I needed this lore drop because I feel like I took that advice to heart where I needed to expand my story writing and give more details. That's completely fine. I'm not working on a word limit here, so it's completely okay to just talk, go on for a little bit more. So this town is called Grave. Yeah, on the nose. I'm so original. My name's Grave. Unflattering name as it's set to next to bones of an unknown thing that nobody cared enough to look into. But I'm establishing that the world itself is just populated by random giant monsters that no one if it doesn't bother people, they just don't look into the past. We're focused on the present and the future because this world is terrible. And the material that the main antagonists are looking for is osmium, not osmium, but more ossicite, which is basically just a really strong bone armor that is borderline bulletproof. I'm sorry talking on stream and say if I'm invested despite never reading much in your work. Having the author's commentary. Invested never reading much in your works. Having the author commentary doesn't help. No, it's fine. It's actually fine. I don't mind if you guys find it hard to get into my stories. Like, if you hear me talking, it makes a lot of sense, but when you're reading, it's completely different. And that's why we call it the writer's effect. Because you won't have, let's say, Terry Pratchett explaining Discworld to your ears as he reads out the story. No. This is something that... It's a rare insight to just how writers... I would like to say this is a rare insight to how writers work, so... It's pretty good. Only Powell's and Osmium, which had been ordered off. Stylus enjoys the company. I enjoy the lethal company. That's true. That's exactly true. You're right. You're so freaking right, dude. You're so freaking right. Oh boy. But anyway, yeah, I don't mind. I just like writing. I like writing on stream. I think more people should do it, but I can understand not being what's it called? I can understand not being how do you say, enthused with the idea of writing publicly. Making art in public, I feel like it's less problematic than writing in public, because if you write in public, suddenly you have to take into account like a lot of different works, and it just gets a little bit like self-conscious, I guess. Yeah. And now if you excuse me, I'm yapping. I should actually be focusing on my work. It has been called off. Haphazardly called them off. Okay, you're gonna see my habits with a lot of adjectives. Call them off. What was it called? Wooden barricade. Inkade. Upon his work of Ashley's efficiency. Okay, so I'm going to let you know that this actually is okay. If you were watching my earlier writing collab stream with a streamer called Lofi Kid, this person, this Kincaid 12, actually comes from the town that me and her actually worked on, Tacitus, and I'm gonna make it a bit more important because I like having the idea of a cybernetically enhanced cult. But I didn't want to go to the extent of having like a literal, what's it called? I don't want to have, what's it called? Adeptus Mechanicus in my lore, because I already take some Warhammer stuff here and there. I mean, it's a world where random things just drop down. So I didn't want to take Adeptus Mechanicus directly. These are just cyberpunk like librarians that are obsessed with keeping information, and not just that, but compiling it in a way that people can benefit from them the best without turning the guns against each other. So they will help you out if there is medicine. They will help you out if you need like industrial help. They'll help you out if you need societal help. But if you ask them to make weapons and whatnot, they will say no. And people do like suspect them, because why would we be so generous? Keeping information. So essentially, they're just like a more benevolent version of the Adeptus Mechanicus, who have an understanding that technology is not like some kind of animistic sort opposite like Brotherhood of Steel. Yeah, opposite the Brotherhood of Steel, because the Brotherhood of Steel is greedy. These guys try to help, but they're limiting their help to specific cases, because if you as people have learned, if you give people all the knowledge in the world, they will go crazy and they will make the most. They will pick the most domineering option and they will use it to conquer their neighbors. Introducing weapons to colonial countries. Sorry, my bad. I'm talking about other stuff again. But anyway, yeah, well, King K12 will be a minor character in this story. Such containment. We have done well. Fallout New Vegas follows an apocalypse. Yes, exactly. Follows an apocalypse. They're follows an apocalypse. But they're more cybernetic because they believe that it is best when you can combine that knowledge with something you can put into your body. Yeah, so follows apocalypse is very good. Very very succinct description of them. And they're not. I don't know how do you say it. Yeah, I think the follows apocalypse gonna just sum up everything already. Okay, marvelous work. But they do talk somewhat similar to like Tech Priestess and what we have done well in contain. In sealing off bones of the beast. Giant. Crossed arms and all. In a way, robot only. Perhaps. I would. That we have done. I detect doubt in your voice. Perhaps more. Was it called more? Needs to be done. Not in our time frame. Yeah, so it's Mac talking to a robot. Also, by the way, if you're not sure who Tarn is, let me quickly bring out Omega's art. I have all my commissions out here, just to let you know like where everyone is. Where is Tarn? Tarn is somewhere here. Where is Tarn? Tarn is somewhere here. I need to figure out where is it. Aha, there he is. The Tarn is this guy. There you go. Omega drew Tarn. He's like he's Dylus' robot uncle, and his arm transforms into like random what's called different weapons. So yes, this is the person that he's talking to. The Tech Priest is talking. King K is talking to. Very nice, very cool. I always wanted to have a robot uncle, so this was like a perfect idea to implement it. So not in our time frame. We need to prepare our defenses. The containment. Oh shit, that me. Who did that? Oh my god, who did that? Oh hi Omega, welcome. Hi. Yeah, start your character. Your child is talking. Perhaps. So it's like funny that the Tech Priest and the robot is talking. The containment. What's it called? The quarantine zone needs equal attention. Or it's called Construct T4. Equal attention. If this, as we have discussed in our earlier opsy, this bone plague, we call it the bone plague. This bone plague may manifest in unpredictable due to our clear continuous exposure to warp energy, fall energy. We are if we need strengthen defensive and say so. Oh wait, now the place where they put people who think rats make them crazy. Oh wait, no, not that. No, that's not what it means. So hey Grazer, welcome to the stream. Hello. Okay, let me just see here. We need to strengthen our countermeasures and say so. For now. And if shall the aggressor this side it takes control of this side, the bone plague will spread everywhere anyway. You are correct. Indicates wells, mechanical lungs, deep what's it called? Brought forth heavy wheezing. Some may think sound denote wear and tear, but it aren't. He was operating well above expected what's it called well above average the librarian east even more such a magnificent. Yeah, I'm gonna glaze my uncle. But still I hope that our joint effort have what's it called? Have gone on. Our sent data back to our core. What's called useful in synthesizing. Yeah, I don't know anything about biology, so this one will be a little bit tough for me to talk about. So yeah, I try to make it quick. Trade at our data, our information, or sent, what's it called? Our delivered information. It will still take time to leave residence. There will be death. Sad fate. There will still be death. Whereas upon my that new plagues, new diseases continue to befall us, the torchbearers. Yeah, I'm gonna try and make sure that's extra space as well. Do you feel beneath his purple robes and hood, he could be bits of steel and bits, what's it called? Bits of steel armatures and breathing apparatus hooks. Through here. thinking that he owed. Positive. Here's something. Positive. Burn. Unwilling to lie. Trust. So, such life. Reality continue. Bone plague or not. All species must face their challenge. Must face their challenge. Eventually, should these villagers survive, then they okay. I don't think so. I don't think this is exactly what Tarn would write, but I think that's okay. Tarn is basically a very straightforward robot uncle, so don't expect any like coddling. He's just like very straightforward. It is disease. Yes, the core. No, I don't think this is. No, I don't think this is exactly good. See, this is my problem when I write. If I can't continue it, I feel like I want to scrap the whole thing. That fate for these individuals. I humbly wish that arrived sooner. Your arrival ready. Best that you stay alive. Will you quick. Truly. Onward. This new voice. Truly. Oh friend. Finish setting up fencing. Out at the okay, I need my directions because I get very confused if I don't have directions. So I'm thinking correctly. It should be set tranquilly and watch the mercenaries mind content on campus. This journey is as important and as enjoyable as the end result. I like it. I like what you're saying. It's very cool. Let me see what I can have here. Directions. I need okay, east. The eastern emplacement. 50 cows. 50 cow. Oh, and about trench long. What's it called? As long as a. Tusker. I used Tusker before. I want to see what else there are. I need to drink a lot of water for this particular stream because otherwise I'm going to be yapping a lot. About as long. Copy. What's it called? You see, I want to think of a name already. What Malay name? Right now. Yeah. I always feel like I need random names. So I just need to figure out some names here and there. I mean, as spotted back. giving us a moment. Take a lesson. Hop in the take a listen. You and rather than do the that's it variant. As if all of kin, he had a habit of wiretapping communications. Already he knew that being dragged another reproofing. This is simply about what's send it right. Soon Hamida, her breath steady, yet there were hint of anxiety. But there's a hint of anxiety in her coming in. Okay, so Hamida is just one of the mercenaries. I don't think any of the mercenaries will die, but you'll see later on there is a very specific purpose why I am doing this whole setup. I think it should be fine for this setup. I always feel worried that my word count is not enough. I have a friend who does 50k words and he like finished his entire story. Meanwhile, all my short stories are roughly half of his draft's length. Best. Analytical. Lots of activity, lots of food mobiles, me and counting roughly. What's it called? 50? No, 60 plus foot mobiles approaching and organize formation, line formation. I don't know. Alongside a contingent vehicles. Counting 30s, a lot of firepower. Iron boys. For a lord, this 50 plus from a contingent of armored mobile vehicles, armored vehicles mounting 30s. Possible. Transit. Listening and hearing Stylus. Sudden rise in. What's it called? Sudden rise in danger. Possible. This should be correct. Okay. Yes. we saw he had only roughly only 3 small raiders. No way they managed to get this much support. Other warbands. I agree. At this, as always, Arn. Oh. Started pulling out. He started for his own benefit. For his own benefit, he started. What's it called? Projecting all relatable. What's it called? All related information. That Karen met them out at last. This what's it called? Force composition. Do his referencing lines. What's it called? Observations. Numbers of raiders. Amount of ammunition expended. Types of explosives used. Even the what is it called? Even the identity of the raiders. All these gave him good idea about it. Okay. There is unusual amount of firepower for a lowly following or a scum. Was a site may be valuable, but without the technical, his firepower will render his gains fruitless. Okay. What else do you use? Distant in a dark forest, in the dark patch of jungle, Amida and Holter watch the oncoming horde. Expertly, they was called their expertly over camouflage, in them invisible. Who knew nothing of weeding out honest. They watch. Voices were barely whispered. Their words, while their words hit the rest of the defensive. Lady Karen, you said the raiders were unorganized. What is it called? Poorly armed. Do you not? Then there are still The equipment's got a leg up. Please don't forget to hydrate. I'm hydrating. I'm hydrating. I think so far it's hell of a leg up. Spotting standard armor. Military grade. Seeing military grade protection for every trees. We got tree raiders passing by. The some of them are hauling real heavy duty. Portable, they got portable MGs, Gs, rockets. It's called flamer. However, Chella, hot. That's it. This launchers. What is it called? Intro. Every tree raiders are passing by. Okay. Because themselves are not, but their manufacturing numbers off. Let's just scraped off. Someone doesn't want to be caught supporting bunch. The vehicles are all vehicle same matter for the vehicle. Looking at infantry fighting. All well captain, heavily armored. Me and Rogers noticed something about these because all their manufacturing numbers deliberately scraped or covered by makeshift padding. Like someone doesn't want to be caught supporting bunch. Support bunch of what will we call them? any which raider band backing. That's right. Dozens. Names. What's it called? What's it called? Already dozens of names, right? How do you do this? Star Wars crawled upwards. Names of war bands. Crippled. What was it called? Surviving. Along with mugshots, known members, and there, emblem. Machine didn't stop drawing a truly inhuman amount of statistics regarding hospital. What's it called? What's it called? King Kate couldn't see what Arn was seeing, but just by feeling. Purely by looking lights. Once the lights ceased, Tan returned to the company. I have no matches. No raider war bands in the vicinity. With known contact with Grave or the Al Sutra company. Oh, there, my friend Hana is streaming drawing poker girls. You see, people like stream writing. I also stream. What's it called? What's it called? People stream like art and whatnot. I also stream writing. So I hope this does seem like a pretty nice. What's it called? This does seem like a pretty niche thing to do. It's one of the things I want to push into that market. So yeah, if people can do art, I can do writing as well. Company matched the approximate forest composite. It was then listening Tarn and going through his own banks. Okay, kindly, if I may, perhaps I may offer an alternative. I would like to offer send I almost wrote tech priest. I almost wrote tech priest, goddammit. Oh well, that's how it is. Okay. What's it called? Kate is there were whirring sounds from the back. Now his own cybernetics glare flashing between yellow, and what's it called? Sulfuric yellow. Given that he was limited by flesh, however, his information done at a much slower pace. And still, it did not stop him. I would suggest an alternative culprit. El Sutra. One. I'm scoffed. The balls. Back side. Like cutting themselves. Like asking a lion. No, wait. There's no lions in this world. They call it's sooth. This is truth. Really a truth. Materials that you are processing here have more worth than these machines have. I feel like this is a lot of talking. This is true. They might be considering to gamble your lives in order to usurp will be taken. Rocks. I don't fucking believe it. Nuisance even for them. Hell, the second pulled bad company. Why the hell would work? In desperation, it drives those gene. Right, there's a lot of writing here, already. I hope it's not too much. It's a lot of talking, that's for sure. A lot of talking, but I feel like it's good. The robot. Are you on? This. I found the frequency. Get off. The boy was away from her. Son, why are you in the comments? Anyone would. Anyone, book. Can't. But he though though the old mercenary expressively forbidden boy from the line until he had his own inputs. As the child, how do you write unique OCs that don't feel self-insert to each? I think you gotta watch movies. You gotta watch like a lot of movies, and you gotta watch like what's it gonna read a lot of books, watch a lot of movies, because that will allow you to see like a different range of people, ranging from narcissists to depressed individuals to really kind people. If you read a lot of books and you do a lot of writing, drink some water, so. Oh, okay, right, here you go. Yeah, just watch a lot of movies, watch a lot of characters. You see like a wide range of characters in a movie. You'll see some that are neurodivergent. You'll see some that are, LGBT. You'll see some that are normal but have their own quirks. It's a very interesting way of learning the world. But you also need to make sure that your characters themselves are not caricatures from movies. There are the way they are for the audience's effect, but sometimes you want to write a compelling character, you need to break some rules. So let's say, for example, you want to have a character who's like the love interest of a person. Instead of making them like fought head over heels for person on first sight, may want to make them as someone who is like drawn to that person, but not in the way of I love this man a lot, but more akin to I love this man and I want to see him excel, even if I have to be stern with him. So it's like I have to take care of this guy so that he improves himself. I guess I don't know. That's how I feel like you just twist up some of the characters here and there. You make them dynamic. You make them like actual people. Yes, yes. You. As he had said before, this is a time for leaders, not not still. It is not as though he stopped, boy. Just like before, though, he couldn't be fast enough to stop the boy from gaining the attention from battling. Thinking, maybe not even that else. They're too much of it. They're too kind. All that expenditure would it without their most profitable without their most profitable. Okay. Their profitable trade bankrupt them before could even come. I would say uh well, what do you have? I think someone met Okay, you know what? Instead of saying 2 days, I think we'll say 2 days at 2 days pass. Yeah, if we do 2 days, I think it'll be much better. Okay, someone met early on. Let's see if I have another song. Oh, funny music. Oh, there you go. Judgment music. I like this song. It's very nice and relaxing. Let me see if I can work on this. So, oh, who pinged me? Kara streaming again? Kara is streaming. Oh, right. Okay. Okay. Figure it out and most probably butcher background. Who is this? Is your son? The librarian. Before, or a child, remarkably. I mean, Holter, spanning one century, albeit rather confused terms. You feeling alright? You've been coughing a lot. I'm dying. It's something that's been happening. I think it's because the room is cold, but at the same time, I do need the what's it called already? I do need to what's it called? I do need to have the air. Otherwise, the room gets really warm and what's it called already? It'll be it feels a little bit warm. I don't want to feel warm, otherwise it'll be very uncomfortable and I can't write. Confused as short is neat or enlightened. Able. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make it even more. I'm gonna make it even more longer. 3 days. 3 days. Make it easy. Oh. Noted. Peculiar child. Aside from already unusual nomenclature. What's it called? Unusual role in the company. That he brought her much patient. How did you come to conclusion? Well, put it back for No need. Appreciate the input, but cannot go off on. It's got harebrained theory. If this is the theory we were talking about before. This is something similar because my dad actually did tell me that sometimes I would bring out random things that he has no context for, and sometimes you struggle to like understand. So I would have moments where I would yap about how do you say already? Yap about like random different things, and he would be like, Dylus, I have no idea what you're talking about. And he asked like, can you just explain it slowly? And sometimes I would just randomly bring up things that he did not know of, and he would just be okay, really cool. So this actually is just a part of my childhood. It is something that I don't know whether other people have experienced before, where I'm just excited and I want to talk about something, but I do know it did happen yesterday. Of course, I'm an older person, so I have more experience, but at the same time, I was trying to talk about like school bullying, and I was trying to talk with my with the other person. You probably heard the story before. But it did feel like a retrot of what my dad has done, where he just unintentionally shuts me up because he doesn't really know what to respond and he needs to focus on something else. So it's like, yeah, that is wait, can we have talk about this a second later, even though I can't really I can't really keep like knowledge in my head for very long, because once my father is done with that thing and he asks me, okay, what were we talking about, I would have forgotten it already. That's how I am. It's a very funny thing that if you see me in real life, I would always have this behavior because my brain, what's it called? My brain is just black. Oh, okay. My brain is my throat is kind of getting screwed over. Oh. Okay, all right. Let me continue this. But yeah, it's just that feeling of, can you wait your turn? And then once it's my turn, I have no idea what to say, and I've lost all my train of thought, and I'm just doing something else already. So yeah. No buts. Followed. Must be getting. King asks, do you mess with your child? Not recommend mom's method of ginger lime infused with water. It's been something that's been plaguing me for the last few weeks. I've been coughing like intermittently, and it's kind of terrible really, because otherwise what's it called already, I can't really do much. I've been trying to like fix it, but it's been on and off. I kind of normal if something you're not really interested about. Yeah, that's the thing, and I feel like I'm trying to put it into this particular conversation because what's it called already, because the father is interested. No, the father is not interested because he's heard this conversation before and he doesn't want it to interfere in something important. My business. Get my business. Something's check line. Drop before interfere. Tarn check. I just want to take minty candy and relief control. Let me go to the kitchen and see what I can get. Let me see if I can have whether I have one of my old strepsils. I'm back. My cousins are here? Oh no, my nephews are here. I didn't know my nephews were here. Oh, okay. And then the Uncle Dylus, I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know I don't know what to say about this, but all right. I don't know. It's so funny that my nephews are here. I hope I wonder if they what's it called already? I wonder what's it called? I wonder if they know I'm streaming right now. They know my setup, but what's it called? They know my setup, but I don't think they know I'm a streamer. They know I play video games, I guess. So. All right, okay. I'm just gonna continue writing after this. I'm thinking like lozenges. It's pretty okay, not that bad. All right, let's continue onwards. Check. He was immediately blasted out using blocked line current. Oh hey Dallas, you want to spend time with us? No, I'm streaming. I mean, I didn't know they were here. No one to stream. I didn't know they were here, dog. Like no one told. Like usually my stepmom would tell us like, oh yeah, they're coming over. No, I didn't know what's it called already. I didn't know. I really know they were gonna come over. So yeah, I guess so. I mean, they're here. They're here now, and I will check it up later on. Ready? Oh, okay, right. Any audio? On instinct, he activated defense. Faster. It's a surprise. Wow. I mean, are you even if my cousins are here, or even in my oh god, I took like lozenges, but I don't know whether it's like good lozenge. Okay, right. Let's continue onwards. Why am I watching Dota 2 on a fucking ship? Why am I watching this? God damn it. Oh well. Okay, what was it already? Let me just continue my writing. What's defensive? Closest. Gesture. Fleeting, confused. Construct. Return to the monitoring station immediately. Protect them. I stop. Climb. Up the watchtower, up the watchtower. Probability matrix. How can ran? Oh, it's form pink. Watch Kincaid bottle off it. Rest. Cybernetic. Cyber. They were. But they weren't. All their pool on it. But precisely on their days. On the days being on the very start. Are you guys okay so far in the stream? How are you guys holding up? I hope you guys are doing well in the stream. I hope the writing is not so confusing. I feel like it's clearer and more character driven, but I don't know. Hopefully it looks okay. Hopefully it looks good so far. Okay. Not screaming. Just what's it called already? Just rolling my shoulders. Yeah, I'm just trying to what's it called? I'm just trying to write something a little bit more accessible. Is it good? Is it good though? Is it really good though? Is it good though? Watching elephants again. Like it here. I have no idea. I'm just looking at Twitter again. Yeah, I'm just looking at Twitter again, goddammit. Why am I looking at Twitter? Oh my god. Just looking at Twitter again. I gotta stop looking at Twitter. It's bad. It's bad. I don't want to be on Twitter. Okay, let's listen to another song. Maybe it'll increase my productivity. You see, this is why Pomodoro methods. This is why Pomodoro methods work, because otherwise you get very distracted after a while, And yeah, I'm getting distracted already. Oh, boobs. Boobs. We're just watching. There's a Helldiver. There's a Helldiver teaser. There is a Helldiver teaser for new Illumina enemies. Sweet. That's very cool. This is why I look at Twitter, so I can see all these kind of things. Okay, what I'm looking at. I don't even know why I'm looking. I keep looking at Twitter. I don't even have Oh my god. God, my throat hurts. Like, bitch. I'll pull the knowledge. It's life. This version. ADHD maxing. That's pretty true. Abided one code. Singular code. Whatever they bequeath. It. It's self. Right now. Yeah. Or all of their advancements, their sophistication, education, a world that seemed never be able to move past the 19th century average. They were all single-minded, admirable. In situations like this, only mountain set obstacles. Defendant. One of the mercenaries. It's Isa, right? Isa. Jesus, oh my god, I cannot say Isa. Here. You know what? Fine, I'll just use the word rusty. From the way down the scope. Now, taking his eyes off the scope. configuring. Blasted. So for alt. What's it called? You know, or Ben. All personnel. Okay, all personnel instead. All personnel. Finally, action. And then I'll end the stream, and then you guys will be like, what? What? No action. Rrr. No action. Rrr. That's just how it is, honestly. Actually, you know a funny thing, right? I'm just thinking about it, right? How do you find my previous writing streams? Was it okay? I hope it's not like... What's it called? I hope it's not like something that comes out of the blue and then you're just like, what the hell is this man writing? I always wonder if like these writing streams are clear enough without like the use of visual aids to help you guys out, because with artwork it's easy to like tell people, oh yeah, I'm working on like commission, or I'm working on a, should have ended it on a cliffhanger. No, this one doesn't have a cliffhanger. Hopefully it doesn't seem like sudden compared to what's it called? My brain is not working right now. What else is visually everything after on stream. Ah, I see. How do you say it already? Usually it's something I always worry about, because like when I'm doing writing streams, I understand it's a completely different reality, because how do you say it? What's it called with art? Like I might, like, let's say for example my friend Aika, I can easily tell what she's drawing, and she can easily explain it in like a couple of different sentences. With a story, right, I feel like I have to do a lot more explaining, but I also have to do a lot more focusing, because it requires a lot more. Well, okay, this is like comparing apples and oranges, but I still feel like it's a bit more difficult to do writing streams. I don't know what constitutes an effective writing stream. I don't even know if like a writing stream is effective in the first place. Is it effective? I don't know. I just do this because I feel like Spanish. How did he get here so quick? No time. Guns up. Holter. Repair saturation. Mirage. We have to get Hamida. I mean, the content I know recently, but yeah, I get what you meant. I mean, like, with writing, it's easier to like pay attention to like art, because with art, it's very clear where the progress is. It's not confusing, but with writing, it's definitely confusing, and I feel like that's like the major barrier to all these writing streams, because if you're not paying attention, then it gets really easy to get lost. So yeah, I hope this doesn't feel like I'm giving hints like I don't want to do writing streams anymore. I still want to do, in fact I want to do it more, because I feel like it is something interesting for, you know, something interesting that I don't see videos of. Got a line. For my motor crew. No, I never see writing streams. Most videos are just content maxing, and any lore they make is just for the justification. But I don't see anything wrong with your writing streams. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. I'm just wondering if they could be done better or more effectively. Also, hi Move and welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. Anyone's just following justification for their junk character. I mean, that's good because I merged my current personality with my horrendous backstory. Like I said before, I'm happy because all of the horrible shit that I'm writing about right now has happened in the past, and I'm just being performative about it. And when the camera goes off, I start crying immediately. Like, I would sit down there and cry and think, what did I do to my girlfriend? What did I do to my dad? What did I do to my friend? I've left them all behind. I'm in the past where no one's around. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hello, Wolfen. Roger, back online. We need their demo key. Hi Mumu. Just before he could start his electronic warfare, countermeasures, thunderous boom echoed across front. Rusty in his watchtower squinted up from the what's it called? Respiration. What's it called? From the fearsome motion that erupted jungle. Modern AU Dylus, you need Stylus in the it was a modern cozy AZU turn. Modern cozy? No, there's no such thing. It's all fabrication. You'll never see me happy. 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 No, it's all just a fraud. I'm performative. I'm performative. It's okay. That's how it is. I guess I'm also still like bummed out whether like art writing is considered art ever since like that one. Yeah, I'm still butthurt about something that happened to me before where someone called like writing as not art, and then I'm really kind of irritated by that. So is you good as KK? No, I'm not. I'm suffering. Suffering. Wow. Yeah, but whatever it is, it's just not. It's not actually something. I'm okay, but you know, some days it can be quite hard. Erupted. Plumes. That erupted. At that moment, our breath accompanied by the staccato of gunfire. Oh, how you felt. You've managed to down at least 5 of I disagree. Stand ready for my paragraph word. Oh, that's actually really good. Oh my god, I should just use that. You know what? Fuck it. What's it called? I'm writing that right now. That actually is really so fucking good. Holy shit. If you're joining in midway, hey, stand ready for my paragraph worm. Oh my god, that actually is so fucking good. Oh my god. There you can see it. Just stand ready for my paragraph worm.
Actually, it's so funny. I love it. I can't do it. It's really quiet. It's just really tiny. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. That is really, that's a hell of a way to like start my writing streams. It's like, stand ready for my paragraph worm. Really, most based. Yeah. It's the Warhammer music playing in the background. Any other songs that we have? Are there any other songs? Punch like got you good. Yeah, it got me really fucking good. I love that one. I love any variation of like the conquest meme. It's so freaking funny. Yeah, and any version of like the conquest meme is just really funny. Oh my god, I'm looking at Twitter. I'm looking at Reddit again. No. I'm doing what's it called? I'm doing what's it called? I'm doing Reddit again. No. ADHD maxing. It's true. I'm just looking at Reddit right now. Woo. Okay, what else is there? I'm just kind of focused on Reddit. I'm focusing on Reddit. This is bad. Do you have a distraction count on stream right now? You know what? I'm gonna have a distraction count on stream. Right. I'm just gonna have this distraction count. Distraction count. Okay, every time I get distracted, I need you guys to help point it out for me. Okay, we're gonna have a distraction count. All right, this is the distraction count. If we are getting distracted, you guys need to help me point it out so that I can have it there. I've already been distracted twice, so it's going to be here forever now, so I don't get lost in my own freaking thoughts. I'm going extreme. I'm extremely extremist about this one. I'm extremist about being distracted, but not being distracted right now. So we're gonna go back to work. We're gonna back to work. Cover. Do what is it called? If your team down there. Have your team push in. He was not designed for common policy. He would call analysis. As Hamida's encounter her could it be another factor? Copy this and then we put it out here. was one party. Actually, not a raider. Company. I logged it in, not his query in the format. If there was time, each process, ramifications, such an accusation. And it might how raiders company. Oh, mess. Rewinding it in his head. Oh, what seemed on impulse? No machine of the greatest. Gee. Okay, apparently the translation is only instead of one language or another is artificial being distilled into a medium where it could be perceived and digested by others. Yeah, which is pretty much how I feel about my writing as well. But a lot of people are now finding it hard to digest writing at this point, so it feels like a thing that I can't really reach into. More people like visual stuff, but what's it called? How do you say it already? How do you say it already? Because of the lack of reading from a lot of people, it could be hard to reach them. And yeah. This cough is screwing my ability to answer questions, my god. Ramifications of this particular chain of thought being proof matter. How much is probability cortex seem to insist on it being a tiny possibility? Bastion. Was designed from the mind of steel. There was only probability and rationality. From there, on. Words for reason. It's interesting. Wait. Is it? Stylus. That's right. Then down. Okay, so I'm gonna put a stop here because I want this to be like multiple perspectives. Tarn will be more focused in the next one, but I'm going to focus more on Junshi at this point. Okay, I think this should be good so far. Then after that we'll auto. Yeah, we're okay now. What else should we? Or here. Up north. What's it called? Junshi. At this, the range they were engaging raiders. X. Their armored vehicle position high close being well covered by a team. Their behavior really. As he lose another precise burst, not cover that some raiders cover, ducked back down one of mercenaries. Who's got the AT? Who's got the AT? We left them back. Some things about to be lost in translation require further elaboration. So people wouldn't be stuck on that stream, but writing has been a staple art since invented. You're doing great. Oh. I'm so blessed to have this community with me who enjoy writing as much as anyone do. I really hope that it is I really hope that this does become a thing that I can really not mooch off on but grow from, because writing, like I said, it's always going to be something that most people cannot do, but people do enjoy it. So hopefully this will be good. Okay, other than that, right, what else do we have so far? Okay, alright, let's finish this up. I think this one should be arranged a little bit better. The very front of me. Well, good gunfire. One of the nearby mercenaries. Yeah, I'm just gonna give like everyone like a freaking name, you know what, just to be. what's it called? Tree. Just then, who had been blinking away at the enemy position with a rifle that seemed to dwarf his own hand. From underneath the helmet, his eyes seemed to glimmer with something. There was no in there. If he going like that, grab it. Bullets with his son meekly on. Any hearing this written. What's it called? He crouched over what she battered there and exchanged set off particular and gesture. Immediately this was no mere, what's it called? This was no mere set off. As soon as it, mercenary. Barney. I would wrote Barney instead. What's it called? Barney. Both mercenaries. Armor. Yes. He repeated gesture. And in a crash found like lightning, they immediately the Stalker's Red Forest. Oh, this is not Stalker's Red Forest. This is Zen Ambience. I hope you like Zen Ambience. It's very cool. We're in Zen right now. What the fuck? Why did I just open a video called Pac-Man shitting? Oh, there you go. I'm distracted again. Okay, alright. Distraction count 3. Oh. Right here. Hopefully this would be. I'm gonna put it down here so it doesn't do my thing. Distraction count. There we go. Okay. Whereupon they hover. Time. The mercenaries barricade. Looted. Unleashed. Their brief lull had caught this off guard. At least those who seeking to make a bodies fell. Blood. Bodies fell and blood flew. Or what's it called? Blood flew. That's new. Once this the moment was a mad moment. By the time they returned, the raiders gone back to being suppressed. What's it called? Law honoring. Was it light anti-armor? I think what was the law actually called? Law in law rocket launcher. And light anti-tank weapon. Laws. So still being used, right? Yeah. This distance, the tube launches okay, right, I think I'm gonna stop here. It's already 10:14. Okay, so these are actually laws, so if you're not sure what I'm talking about, this is the weapon that they're using at the moment, light M72 laws. I feel like this is generally simple to use, and it actually is pretty okay. They're still being used today, and you know what? They're actually quite workable. I don't know whether they're still being used in like Afghanistan as well. So we're going to be using this as much as we can. All right. So I think for now we are just going to end the stream here because for now I feel like we've written quite a fair bit. Yeah, okay. I think we've written quite a fair bit, and if you're interested in Antiophobia, I will. Well, I think you can always check the pin in Peninsula Records. If you want to read the story, everybody, I will put it up on the chat right now. Give me a moment while I quickly. I'm gonna say someone's on the other document, but I'm going to share. Moment. Alright, so if you guys are interested in reading this story, I will leave a link in the chat right now. You can go through this particular section. It is under Antiophobia, so do give it a look if you're interested. And as always, thank you everybody for enjoying my hour or so of 2 hours of writing. Link to. Okay, right, there you go. All right, so there we go. Antiophobia is available. You may read the story. Actually, you know what? I was planning to make this like a nice thing in the beginning where I would ask you guys to read the story as we go along so that you guys are not left out of the creative process. Of course, you're here chatting with me. I feel like if you want to read the story actually live, it would be good. I think it would be good. It's like participating with the story, I guess. So, they're being pinned down behind the pin. Add. Pin volume. Okay, right. So we're gonna leave it at this. Thank you everybody for coming to the stream. As always, it's always nice to have like it's always nice to have like how do you say it, a moment where I could just write. I'm gonna try and have this again next week, and hopefully by then I will have a new chapter for Antiophobia. But I would also hope that by the time this month is over, I will be able to work on the draft for I'll be able to work on the draft for how do you say it really? I'll be able to work on a draft for what's the story called? What's it called? Hawk Cried the Tempest, and then after that I'll start working back on the feedback, and then yeah, I'll start working back on the feedback and try and get a release out on my where is it ready? I'll start making releases on my Royal Road account. So yeah, pretty good. I think it'll be a solid idea, and I really hope that by the end of this year it should be done. All right. So with that, thank you everybody for coming to the stream. It's always really fun to have you guys over. And with that, will be a day. And if you're curious about what's gonna happen for the rest of this week, there is a how do you say it? There is a how do you say it? There is a stream there is a stream tomorrow where we're gonna play Civilization 6 with Aika and my friend Z. Both of them are my friends actually, I know them in real life. So yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna play mostly vanilla with just some UI mods for them. So don't expect anything like Bylev, don't expect anything like Art Knights. We're probably gonna play vanilla, but it's just gonna be as crazy because I've never really played multiplayer yet. So yeah, thank you everybody for coming to the stream. Thank you Kaiser, thank you Darkstar, thank you Mufan, thank you Mello, thank you everyone else who has joined. Thank you Luna for coming to the stream. And as always, glory be a day. I will hope to see you tomorrow for Civilization collab. Bye bye.